You ready to get spooked?
By ghosts?
No, not by ghosts. By the amount of waste that people produce every day. It's scary.
Oh, that's scary stuff.
Yeah.
But don't worry. We've got lots of tricks and treats to help make your Halloween more sustainable.
Yeah, we do. Welcome to the first official episode of One Can Hope.
Get it like one trash can.
Yes.
And
better
also,
than our first idea of two girls, one trash can.
better or different?
Well, I mean, maybe more
Different audience.
Yes. I'm Eleisha.
And I'm Ali.
We're sisters.
And we are sisters. And since it's October, we thought we'd kick things off with a little spooky fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like scary facts, because nothing is scarier than the amount of waste that people produce.
Like I said, fun.
And this isn't a doomsday podcast.
Oh, no, and hopefully you'll be laughing more than screaming.
Yes. One can hope.
One can hope.
So like I said, this isn't a doomsday podcast, but since it's October, it feels like a good time to kind of share some of the scary facts that led us to go zero waste or low waste.
Should we be holding up flashlights under our chins, like to make it spooky?
Like we're
Woo, for the people watching the video instead of listening.
it's like we're telling ghost stories.
Like ghost stories around a campfire.
They're hilarious. Okay, scary fact number 1. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the average American produces roughly 5 pounds of garbage per day. So like you could picture a bag of flour or like 6 pairs of jeans. And that's how much people throw away every day.
Okay, I feel like my toddler probably produces 5 pounds of like berry containers. That's his equivalent.
That's his contribution. Yeah. All right. And even though Americans are only 5% of the world's population, we somehow managed to generate nearly 40% of the world's total waste. So it's like overachieving in the worst way.
Okay, this is feeling a little gloom and doomy.
Gloom and doomy?
Doom and gloomy?
Doomy and gloomy? Ooh, don't do me. Ew,
Oh, stop. Don't gloomy.
that feels weird.
Doom and gloomy. Okay, scary fact number 2. There's enough clothing on this planet to dress the next 6 generations. But somehow we're buying 400% more clothes than we did just 2 decades ago. And it's not like the population has exploded that much.
I'm really excited for future episodes whenever we get to talk about like clothing swaps and thrifting and all that kind of a thing.
Yeah, because fast fashion is actually terrifying.
Yes. Scary fact number 3. There are enough single-use coffee cups produced every year for every person on Earth to have 70. And that includes babies, kids, people who don't even drink coffee.
My baby's hands aren't even big enough to hold a coffee cup. That's a lot of coffee cups.
Yeah.
Seconds in the hand, forever in the land.
Yes.
That's what I always say.
Do you always say that?
I've never said that before.
I've read it a lot, though.
Have you?
Yeah, it's like part of the low waste movement.
Oh.
Seconds in the hand, forever in the land.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes you think about it. But I usually bring a reusable. Next to our refillery, the coffee shop allows you to bring your own mug.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I make mine at home.
Yeah, same. Well, my husband makes mine for me. I'm always running late.
Okay. Scary fact number 4. 1 billion plastic toothbrushes are thrown away every year in the U.S. alone, adding 50 million pounds of waste to landfills.
Yeah, and every toothbrush that's ever been made still exists.
Yeah, and that did actually haunt me when I first heard about that.
It haunted you. Keeping it on track with Halloween.
That's funny because that was unintentional, but it did. I thought
believe
about it
it.
all the time.
Yeah.
But also because it's not just that statistic works for toothbrushes, right?
Yeah.
But if you just think about plastic in general, like every diaper, I'm in the diaper phase of my life. Every diaper ever is just sitting in a landfill. We're using cloth, but still, that's a lot to think about.
Doom and gloom, doom and gloom. But we're going to get to the fun stuff
Are you guys
soon.
having fun yet?
Okay, one last terrifying fact, and then we will talk parties. U.S. households throw away up to $2,275 worth of food each year. So that's $165 billion just chilling in the trash. Can you imagine what we would do with $165 billion?
Fund an eco-friendly theme park. Is that not what you would do with the money?
That's where your brain went. You're like, oh, theme park.
Well, it's solar powered. A lot of the roller coasters you have to pedal yourself.
Oh my God.
But also, all the food stands it's all compostable, no single-use plastics anywhere.
You bring your own bottle.
Absolutely.
I feel like you could do that at Hershey Park. I can't remember now.
I think Dollywood has some good composting.
Oh,
too.
yeah. Dollywood's like one of the only theme parks that actually does compost.
Yeah.
And speaking of compost, 40% of our food supply ends up in the trash. So that's why we both compost. That was one of like the first things. And then your trash doesn't stink and
That was one of the biggest, after I did my trash audit for the very first time, what took away the most waste was food waste. Like what cut down the amount of trash in my trash can.
Yeah.
Was food waste.
Yeah. We got through the scary stuff.
And now it's
Party
fun,
time.
fun. Excellent. Okay, so switching gears from scary facts to spoopy fun.
Spoopy fun?
Is that not a thing?
Spoopy?
Spoopy, like spooky, but not actually. It's like
Is that what your toddler
fun
says?
Halloween.
Spoopy.
No, my husband says it.
Of course he does.
It's like it's Halloween Town, the movie, instead of
Like
Poltergeist.
Nightmare Before Christmassy,
Like
kind
Nightmare
of
Before
things,
Christmas.
like
It's
Coraline,
Casper. Spoopy.
Oh man, I had a crush on Devin Sawa.
Of course.
So we're pretty familiar with Halloween parties or parties in October that are Halloween themed.
Because your birthday is in October.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
And I remember you had tons of, your birthday was always.
Yeah, I don't know if it was me asking for Halloween themed birthday parties or if it was just mom and dad were like, well, it's the season. 'Tis the season.
I think that's the case, that it just was convenient. Like the decorations are already up.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Though, okay, yes, but at the same time, they built a haunted house for my birthday party. Or do you think that they built it and then just gave it an excuse of, oh, well,
Our parents, absolutely.
you're probably right.
They were going to do that regardless of whether or not they even had children. And then you came along and I was like, oh, great, it's a birthday party.
It does make sense because now they own a haunted attraction.
It's all clicking. All the pieces are coming together. Of course,
They were destined to
have a haunted trail.
Yeah.
Of course,
opened a
that was
haunted
their
trail
midlife crisis.
in Louisiana, which is where we're from.
Yep.
It's one of the best. It's been rated
Top
number
in the
one.
state,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. What's amazing about it, I think, is they've used almost entirely found things.
Oh yeah,
Like
all pallets.
Of the
all
sets.
of the fences are pallets.
They were collecting baby dolls to hang.
Yeah, old milk jugs that have like masks on top, like it's the filler for the masks. I
Yeah.
mean, so many old shoes and yes,
It's kind of incredible in that way.
They're low waste without meaning to be.
Right. I think it was more of a money saving
Resourceful
tactic,
Yeah.
to be honest, but it works. And that's kind of one of my favorite things about being low waste is how much money you save.
You save a ton of money and it forces you to be a little creative, but also it's fun.
It is fun.
Like I legitimately love it. It's why I opened a shop for it. Like
Yes.
it's something I'm super passionate about. And it's so fun whenever our customers come in and they're like sharing stories about how they like, oh my gosh, I didn't take my trash out for like a week. You know,
yeah.
And used to be every day or whatever.
I think it feels good to live this
Yeah.
kind of lifestyle. There's so much overconsumption and so many like clothing hauls and all these things that I feel so burdened by, and I love that I'm not participating in.
Yeah. Oh, wait, this reminds me, by the way, there was one Halloween or one of my birthdays where I was down in Louisiana helping mom and dad with the haunted trail. And it was rained out. So because it's an outdoor haunted trail, obviously they have to close. You can't have the trail open. But we were already dressed for the night. So mom's in her full like skeleton.
No.
Yeah. Yes, it gets
No.
better. Full skeleton makeup. I'm also in like skeleton face paint, everything. And then I can't remember what dad was, but I just remember thinking like, this is insane. And what we decided to do was take the hearse.
Of course.
Because of course they have a hearse.
Why wouldn't you take the hearse?
So we took the hearse to the casino. And we ate from the buffet. Played a little slots.
Of course you did.
It was so dumb and so hilarious and really fun.
That speaking of the hearse, one of the very first times my now husband came to visit, or we flew down to Louisiana together because he thought it would be fun to see the trail. Mom picked us up in the hearse in full costume. In the hearse.
Well, she used to drive around town in that
All the
because
time.
she would go into schools and do the anti-bullying, you
Right,
know, like,
don't
don't
be
be
a
a
monster.
monster. Yeah. But all that to say,
We know a thing or two about Halloween.
Yes.
Is the point, and we know how to throw a party.
yes, a really fun one that uses things that you would just have around the house or things that are reusable or sustainable.
I like to just, starting in January, I just don't clean. And then there are cobwebs and dust everywhere, which is so perfect and so low waste.
I didn't realize that that's why you had cobwebs.
I have got Halloween on my mind all the time. That's all I think about.
It has nothing to do with like running around and having like all the kids and just having to like.
Oh no,
No, not having
it's very
time.
intentional. Very intentional.
My daughter, last February had her birthday party, and she is obsessed with Wednesday. So even though it's not Halloween time, we had a very Halloween themed
Yes.
birthday party.
The pictures were so cute. Y'all did such an amazing job.
Thanks.
What were the decorations that you used?
Oh, well, like dead branches. And we put holiday lights in the branches, you know.
You can really do a lot without buying anything.
Yes. Well, pumpkins, they're compostable, right?
Right.
So we didn't do that obviously in February, but for Halloween, you could have like jack-o'-lanterns.
Yes.
Totally low waste. We ended up doing like punch, and we had like dry ice nearby just to give that like spooky
That's cute.
effect. Candles.
Yeah, it doesn't. I feel like sometimes people go overboard with the decorations, but Halloween is the time where you don't have to go crazy, and it can have a big impact. You could put sheets
Yes.
over the furniture, and it's like an abandoned house, and it protects your furniture.
Yes. It does.
I'm a big fan of. In fact, I'm going to start putting sheets because I'm just picturing my toddler's spaghetti fingers and how they get on everything.
I remember those days. We don't have spaghetti fingers in our house anymore.
Oh, do you miss it?
Not at all. Like, not even a little bit.
No.
I definitely don't miss eye rolls either because I get them all the time.
Well, you've got a preteen.
Preteen.
It's to be expected. Would you say entering preteenhood as a mother is as scary as plastic waste?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
You know what? I think this is a double whammy in some ways because she's entering puberty at the same time that I am entering perimenopause.
Oh.
So it's like, I've already apologized to my husband.
He is in for it.
I'm a little nervous for him.
Yeah.
We're going to survive. It's going to be fine.
At first he was probably afraid and he was petrified,
Yeah.
thinking, I can never live with these two women by my side. And he spent so many nights thinking how this might go wrong, but he'll be strong.
Yeah.
He knows how to get along.
Yeah. And now I'm back. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, listen.
In your tiny waist.
Back to, that was good.
Yeah, not bad.
That's my social media handle
Yeah.
for all of you that don't know that.
Yeah, you should definitely check out our videos. They're very fun.
At tiny_waist. But waste, like...
Oh, yeah. WASTE.
Like garbage.
Yes.
You're garbage, Kimmy.
Did we mention we love a good pun?
Okay, wait. We didn't finish talking about parties.
Okay.
Because if you're going to throw a low waste party, you typically are serving food and such.
Yes. Finger foods.
And then you don't need... Okay, wait, I just had a thought that my brain just went so far that you're using actual fingers to avoid the plastic packaging. You've just cut somebody's fingers off and that's what you're serving.
Yes. Mine was ghoulish and yours was low waistish.
Uh-huh.
And this is why we work.
Or wait, are you screaming or laughing? Because it could be either.
I'm pretty sure you promised more screams. I mean, more laughs.
More laughs.
Dang it.
Okay, if you do finger foods of either kind, you don't need cutlery. But if you do need cutlery, you can have like reusable flatware.
Oh, yeah.
That you
At the
wash.
shop, we actually rent flatware for people who are having parties.
Oh, that's a fun idea.
Yeah. And so we, during the pandemic, there was a restaurant that was closing. So we were able to gather a lot of the utensils and now we rent them.
That's really nice.
Yeah. They would have gone to trash otherwise.
And do you also do that with like plates and cups?
Yep. Yeah, we sure do.
Did you use those for your Wednesday party?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, that's nice. And then napkins, I know many years ago.
Yeah, you made napkins for...
and made is such a stretch because they were just like fabric scraps.
Right.
And I used pinking shears.
Yeah, and they were perfect.
To cut them into squares so they wouldn't fray.
And they were adorable.
And you still use those.
Yes, I still use those.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. Thanks for doing that.
Oh, gosh. I would do anything for you.
I would do anything for you.
But I won't do that.
Yes, so there's that, and fabric tablecloths if you need that.
Okay, yeah. And
or you could do, some people, like I remember one of the birthday parties we did, we just used like the brown craft paper roll.
Oh, that's fun.
And that way at the end of the day, it's totally compostable. Kids can draw on it if you want to do that.
You know, I see so many, not only tablecloths, but utensils, plates, decorations at thrift stores.
Yes.
There's so much. And I get really overwhelmed when I go into basically any store these days. And it's just lined with
seasonal things.
That people are going to use once and throw away.
I know.
Like use pumpkins, use skeletons that are
I think it's
from
honestly,
actual
I think
people.
it's more just a habit where
Nothing for that?
Huh?
I said use skeletons from actual people and you just glazed right up. Yes, exactly.
Okay, no, I definitely, because I was thinking like this is all habit stuff. Because it's just like that consumerism mindset where you're just like, it's not a conscious consumerism. It's like oh, that's cute. Let me get it right now.
And it is tempting.
It's totally tempting. But at the same time, when you think of the resources that go into it and how many times are you going to actually use it?
The money you're spending.
The money.
All the resources that were used to make it, and then it all ends up in a landfill probably. it's so much waste all the way around.
Yeah. And we're here to celebrate.
We're trying to have fun.
Yeah, we want a party.
Okay. This is something very tempting. Have you heard of boo baskets?
No.
People started giving them to their kids or their partner or whatever. And they're a basket with a blanket, a candle, a toy, a movie. It's essentially...
Oh, like your boo. It's not like...
Yeah, actually, I'd never thought of that.
Really?
I had never realized that. I was thinking like, boo, like here's a spoopy. It's a spoopy basket for you. But boo,
But wait,
that makes
it wasn't-
so much more sense. And that's even cuter. It's so tempting to me. I love a theme. You know that about me.
I know. No, I know. But so it wasn't Halloween related?
It can be.
You just
but
were like...
No, it is. It's like a season. It comes out in the fall.
Oh.
So people were giving these baskets, but it's essentially an Easter basket, but for Halloween.
Okay.
They're extremely cute. I love the idea of it, but it's just another excuse to give garbage to people, or it's something that people only use once.
Right.
But I did make my toddler one last year, and it was a sustainable one, and I wanted to share that because I think it's a fun idea. I had found some ghost pajamas from the thrift store. That were really cute. I found a Halloween ABCs book from the thrift store and some cookie cutters. And it was just a little fun basket, but thrifted. And I think some other ideas could be like hot cocoa mix, or depending on who your boo is. That's so cute. I can't believe I didn't understand that. I feel so silly goose.
Yeah, so you just kind of think of what that person might love.
Yeah, that's cozy, fall.
I'm trying to think what I would... I feel like I'm kind of a bad mom in that I don't do these like really cutesy things.
No, I don't think that's the case.
No, I mean, I know I'm not a bad mom. I'm not saying that. But like that I haven't even thought like, oh, that would be so nice to like surprise her with this thing.
Well, there's still time if you want to.
To be fair, I have never heard of a boo basket until today.
I feel like it was mostly on TikTok.
Oh, and I'm not on the TikToks.
And you're not. Oh, gosh, that's embarrassing.
I'm not on the TikToks.
Please don't say that. Can we edit that out? That is horrifying.
Oh, why? Are you ashamed that I'm old?
Eleisha, we are almost the same age, and it's...
I know, and people older than me are on TikToks. I'm just doing that to make your blood curl.
Curl?
Curdle? Curdle? No, blood curdling screams. Oh yeah, curdling. Curdle.
I've got curly blood. Okay, I was thinking if I made one for my boo that is my husband,
it'd have a board game in it.
It would have a board game, which you can almost always thrift. Like a secondhand puzzle would be so cute. And those are always at thrift stores. An experience is always fun.
Yes.
Maybe
yes,
it's a ticket to a spoopy movie. A horror flick. A haunted trail. Maybe in the boo basket, you give a gift card to the Lost Hollows attraction in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Yes.
But I thought...
I mean, my daughter would love that because we're going for my birthday this year.
Oh my gosh, that's
so that she can be a character.
That's amazing.
A character.
Happy birthday to you, by the way, for that.
Right. Yes, that's all I ever wanted.
Oh, that's fun. What character is she going to be?
She's going to be a clown in the circus area.
We're not supposed to talk about next week, but if we were, this would be a great segue to how we're going to talk about costumes next week. I said it before you could stop me.
We are going to talk about costumes next week. I haven't even thought about what ours will be.
I've been thinking about it.
I don't even remember the last time I dressed up for Halloween.
Well, don't talk about it now. Save it.
I will.
We did it.
We did it.
We got that first episode
done. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for joining us on our first episode. We are just getting started with a combined 10 years living low waste. We can definitely tell you there's more sustainable fun to come.
Yeah, and remember, progress over perfection.
Yes, so important.
We'll see you next time.
One can hope.
One can hope.